Alrighty, welcome back, guys. I'm gonna do a little bit of streaming today. I'm gonna play a little bit of World of Warcraft. I just logged in. I thought I still had Lore Master to do, but it looks like I actually finished that up. So that's good. I could say I finished Dragonflight now. I'm not sure exactly when I finished up, but I do see that I have these Renown quests that I'm still working on. So I mean, I figure I can. I still got a little bit of to go with the Renown. So this is like kicked off. There was like some wild news shows came on this weekend that I usually follow, and they were talking about how the launch date for the World Within, the next expansion is has been announced, and then they're talking about getting ready for pre-patch and stuff, and I'm like, oh no, I've actually got to get some stuff done. So I would at least especially I was like, I need to at least get Lore Master done. Otherwise I didn't finish the expansion. This is one thing that I have to do, is get Lore Master done. And the thing is it's usually one of the first things I do in an expansion. And this expansion has been like at risk of me not, falling off, right? Because I haven't been playing anywhere near as much as I normally do, and it kind of feels like I'm like at risk of becoming a retired WoW player. I'm like, and I get it, I've done everything in the game that I've ever wanted to do. So at the same time, I want to play other games, but I still do love World of Warcraft, and it's just it like hit me in the feels that I didn't have everything everything done before the next expansion comes out. And I've already pre-ordered the next expansion, but I'm like, I know almost nothing about it. I'm so detached from the game now that it's a really big really different experience for me, because I used to be extremely well involved in the game and theory crafting, computing, like at a pretty intense level, and now I almost haven't even done just all the level. I haven't even, here's the thing, I haven't even done all the quests. Now this is a new, because there's optional quests and everything. I used to do literally every quest in a zone that I could find. But I don't think I've done that since Legion. Legion is the first time that I didn't finish all the quests. I just finished the main storyline quest, I think. Or maybe it was BFA. Not sure. Anyway, we're going to do some Renown. I'm feeling kind of tired. I've been on a adding caffeine and removing caffeine kick, and oh, I gotta fix that. I got the auto quest thing set up.
The Emerald Gardens are a place of beauty and rest. Meet us down at the Repose, my friend.
I had this set up so I could play on my Steam Deck. How did I do that anyway? What's which one was it? Yeah, Leatrix Plus? I think it's Leatrix. Yeah, because I think I was playing Remix, Miss Pandora Remix, and there was like an auto quest thing that I had. I think it was Leatrix that did that. Actually, I could probably just disable the option now that I think about it. Should just do that. Leatrix. balance. Matrix Plus. Oh, there it goes. Automate quest, yeah. We can sell junk and stuff. Alright, was it this one? Yep. There's a bug with my macro. I have to open up the pet window before the summon random mount macro will work for some strange reason. At the leafy repose in the Emerald Gardens. Okay. Yep, it's that button. We're going here. Somewhere here. Okay, down here. And boosh. Alright. Need some poison. Been playing remixes most recently. And I've been playing on my Steam Deck, but I've been playing on Hunter just because it's so easy to just, you know, you play it, you know, on one of these, and it's a pretty good experience. But you need like a special add-on and everything.
May your dreams be peaceful.
That's it. We might play some remix later on, but I didn't want to start up like another game, and I didn't want to. I'm feeling really tired. As I was mentioning, I've been experimenting with removing
Time to go already.
caffeine, adding it back, and removing it, and I kind of feel like I've like I can tell. Like at first, I couldn't tell the difference between me on caffeine and not, and now I can. And I've been really working a lot at work. So I've been leaning on the caffeine lately, but I was like, finally this week, I'm like, all right, let's just go back. Because I've been staying up too late, and then I was making it hard to get up in the morning. And so we're like, oh, just cut the caffeine back out. And so today I'm just so tired. Promised attack left its mark on the emerald colonies. I wish to see it grow and flower once again. In this part of the garden, we have an overabundance of lashers or seeds can be used by the sisters of the garden to cultivate vegetation in those damaged places. Send out the lashers to collect their seeds and then divide the seeds to the sisters. They sometimes struggle to inflict harm on any creature, even when it's in the best of interest of the garden overall. I need to fix this. I really should just get it deeper. You may have noticed that the setup has moved again. I moved my desk. I just keep fiddling with everything, and it fundamentally comes down to the size of the space that I have available in this corner. And yeah, and this desk, it's nowhere near deep enough. It needs to be about 6 inches deeper, and it's not. So otherwise, I'm really tall. I'm 6'3", so my legs are always like scrunched up under the desk, and it makes it uncomfortable. And I'm just trying to get comfortable again, you know, because I haven't been. It's one reason why I haven't been gaming as much lately. Is it's hard to get comfortable at my desk, really. When it gets down to it. Thin out the lashers to collect their seeds and then give those seeds to the sisters. They sometimes struggle. Oh yeah, we read that. Alright, wake the ancients. There are many ways to keep the garden safe, and we have allies to help us. A few ancients rest dormant in these glades. They are giant trees sworn to defend the forest and the creatures. Well, yeah, we know what an ancient is. We made it however many levels. Use this fragment of my breath to wake them. Alright.
What realm does the green dragonflight protect? Nature?
Are you asking? We should know that.
Guard and nurture the emerald dream and all that grows within it.
Alright. I could have swore I've already been here. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, we're in trouble. Oh, I didn't even... Totally forgot about that, but... That is... not my keybinds. I guess the driver didn't load for my Razor knockup. Was we better not have a removed support in the driver for my freaking gamepad, Mr. Razor. You don't get to change the driver on me. Mother... What the heck? Alright. Hold on a second, I've got to do some technical thing. I can't play without my gamepad. This thing right here. I don't know if you can see this. Hold on a second. This thing right here. I cannot play. I have to play with this and then this multi-button mouse. Like, I cannot play with mouse and keyboard. I'm not going back to that. That's not a thing that's going to happen. There's too many abilities in World of Warcraft. I didn't design the problem. The designers made the problem. I'm just dealing with it. Why is... Let me just try restarting it. Oh, seriously. There it goes. All right. That's an annoying bug. About to have a heart attack. That's completely ruined my plans. Yeah, I've had this before. This is the Razor Orb Weaver. As you can see, there's lots of buttons, but most critically, you can move with your thumb right here, so all your movement. So that frees up your normal ASD buttons for actual abilities. They don't even make this anymore. They make the what's it called? I had it before. The precursor to it. What's it called? Anyway, there was another version that had one less row. It basically didn't have one of these rows. It was just what, 12 buttons, 15 buttons. Yeah, it was 15 buttons and a total of 20 buttons, and it had a different, a worse directional button, a thumb pad. Anyway, so I don't even make this thing anymore, and I still have to use the old driver. They moved to the Synapse 2 drivers, and so I still have to run the old Synapse 1 driver because they haven't moved the the device over to Synapse 2, and I don't think they ever will. Which is unfortunate. This is a great device. It just completely solves the key binding, the contortions you have to do with your freaking hands trying to hit all the buttons and doing all the rotations and stuff completely on the regular keyboard makes it easy. And then you have of course the Razer Naga that gives you more buttons. So I have at my fingertips, without having to do any crazy contortions, I have like, 30 something buttons or whatever it is, in easy reach. I don't have to jump around the keyboard or nothing like that. And I can still move, so that includes movement as well. So anyway, that long-winded rant was actually, it's a thing that's kind of like, over the years, it's kind of made it difficult for me to stay up on World of Warcraft. So I'll take a break or whatever, and I'll come back, and because there's so many different abilities, everything's changed by the time I get back. And I just don't want to. I spent literally hours. In fact, it was someone's just streaming me, streaming earlier this year of me coming back and just looking at all of the abilities and trying to. I am dead sure that I don't have anything like the optimal build or anything, and that's important. Nobody wants to play with somebody who's not remotely paying attention to how their class works. But anyway, it was such a huge burden coming back. It was, the abilities had changed, the talents had changed. It was a huge turnoff. And honestly, it's kept me away from Dragonflight. It's part of the reason that keeps me away from Dragonflight. And it becomes more pronounced every time I come back after a break. I just realize how overcomplicated this game is. And see, this isn't just me coming back either. Even if you asked me at the height of my knowing everything and being skilled and doing everything well, even back then I would say the game is overcomplicated. It's just too much. You shouldn't have to, these peripherals shouldn't be necessary. The game is supposed to be designed for keyboard and mouse, and it doesn't play well on a keyboard and mouse. Honestly, now I think, and I'm hoping now that Microsoft bought Blizzard, that they'll put a fire under their ass, the developers, and make console, because this game is so close to being able to be actually played well on a console, and it would improve the mouse keyboard experience as well, because you have about the same number of buttons in easy reach with the WASD. You have about the same number of keys in easy reach as you do on a controller. So if they make it for a controller that you can play on a controller well, by pruning and get rid of a bunch of useless nonsense, then the game's going to be right. Then the game for the keyboard will work well, or more likely to be, greatly improve the situation. Anyway, I don't really care all that much. I mean, realistically, at this point, I've spent so much time with World of Warcraft. I've seen everything that World of Warcraft has to offer. Really and truly, it's very formulaic to me now. The game. I mean, I enjoy it. I enjoy the formula, or at least at one point I really enjoyed the formula. Now it's a little stale to me. And I'm sure, you know, for other players, you know, coming in and they haven't played it before, it's a new experience to them. I'm sure it's still fantastic. I would argue that the classic is still a better experience for new players because they don't have so many abilities. Things are so much, in many ways, simpler, you know. Even though there's been a ton of quality of life improvements. What's going on here? I mean, there's been a ton of quality life improvements. A lot of things that removed, you know, the rough edges of Classic over the years, and I don't discount that at all. But the simplicity of the buttons and the talents were simpler. I don't think they were great back then. I like the Mist of Pandaria model where you just had like a small grid of talents that you were only you had like 3 or 4 or 3 to 6 tiers or whatever it was, and each row had 3 different options. You could only choose one option. I really like that. That was simple enough. All they had to do is really focus on making each one of those, really and truly making each one of those interesting in their own way. Provide, you know, here's, you know, if things are too complicated, choose this passive option and make it competitive, you know. Or if you really, you know, you really like comboing abilities, here's your option here for this one. I think if they really put the effort into it, it would be a lot better, but they'll never do it now because it's the players nowadays. They've been playing for, you know, just as long as I have. How many years is it now? It's over 15, right? How old is Ward? It's 20th. It's 20th, right? Let me see here. I don't see it. Anyway. It's going to be coming up close to 20 years, if not already, and it's like 2006? 2008 is when the game came out? I can't remember. Anyway, players who have been playing that long, they know all the ins and outs. The only way to keep them, you know, mechanically satisfied is to have all of these buttons, you know, or at least that's the loud vocal, hopefully, you know, I would say the majority, you know, because that's the majority of the player base has been playing for many years, right? I don't know statistics, but I'm almost certain that that's the case. They're never really going to call for, you know, less complicated. In fact, we had the simplification, and then they added this nonsense back again, right? And this is bullshit. I mean, it's fine, but this is just way too much. This is too much. In my opinion. Why can't I open here?
Strange.
I did that
Something
multiple
killed
times.
this guardian before it had a chance to awaken.
You guys saw it. Did that multiple times. So anyway, yeah, the game could do to be simplified, like greatly simplified. Why is it? Oh, it's this button. Where are we going? We go down here? There we go.
It must be difficult at times to continue your work without your aspect.
I wonder if
It is
my...
oft times a heavy burden, but we grow stronger.
I have
every
this
day.
new variable refresh
We are not
monitor, and
alone.
let's see if I could see. Oh. We've got, let's see if it breaks anything. Why did you go to that screen? Why did you go to that screen? Seriously? Okay, I know how to do this. Let's do this. I'm looking right at, there we go. Graphics. Window. Okay. We'll be back. Oh. Why is the order all messed up? Alright, well, whatever. Stop being... What are you doing? Stop it. What is wrong with the color? Everything's just all screwed up. You guys can't see it. I see it. Options. Graphics. I'm sorry, everything's just got all screwed up now. And Windows 11 is screwing with me. What? Just everything is all out of whack. Why did you move over here? You know, go over here. Why? Thank you, Cobra. Connect, please. Why? Thank you. Thank you. Now let's fix this. Back my main display. Yes. Now the colors are right again. Sure that this is correct. HDR. Yay. We're back. All of that. Back to what we were doing. Oh, that's nice. It's just all screwed up.